Today marks 3 years since Patrick Lyoya was killed by a Grand Rapids police officer in southeast Grand Rapids.
Now the murder trial against the former officer is set to begin just weeks from now. News 8's Byron Tellison has a look back at what happened and a look ahead to the trial.
Nearly 3 years now since the death of Patrick Lyoya near the intersection of Grigg Street and Nelson Avenue in southeast Grand Rapids, a memorial remains here at the scene with flowers, stuffed animals, and messages.
Patrick!
Say his name!
Patrick!
The world needs to see!
The world needs to see!
The world needs to know!
The world needs to know!
Have we forgotten, have the community forgotten about this?
We need justice for my son, please.
Community hasn't forgotten about it, right? Not at all.
Clee Jackson remembers it like it was yesterday. The Greater Grand Rapids NAACP president remembers protesters marching through the streets, calling for justice for weeks.
Dude, I'm stopping you.
After Patrick Lyoya was killed by Grand Rapids police officer Chris Schur, leading up to the officer being fired and charged with second-degree murder and policy changes being made inside the police department. With the trial just weeks away now, Jackson says protesters will be back.
I think community will show up. And so community has not forgotten about it, because the fact of the matter is that we all, the world, witnessed a very tragic and devastating murder in our opinion.
Schur shot and killed Lyoya after a traffic stop the morning of April 4th, 2022. Video shows Lyoya running away from Schur and the two struggling over Schur's taser. Ultimately, Schur, on top of Lyoya trying to hold him down, shot him in the back of the head. How would you describe what happened to Patrick Lyoya?
It was a murder.
Since a judge ruled in late 2022 there was enough evidence to send the case to trial, Schur's attorneys have spent years appealing the decision, all the way up to the Michigan Supreme Court. The High Court denied their final appeal in December. Now, jury selection is scheduled to begin April 21st, and the trial the following week. Ben Johnson, who represents the Lyoya family in their civil lawsuit against Schur, says they're devastated that the legal process has taken this long.
It is hard to understand how something that to them looks so clear on the video, how it can take so long.
Schur's attorney, Matthew Borgula, has defended his right to appeal and said delays are normal in a case like this. He declined an interview request, but in a statement wrote, quote, "Officer Schur and his legal team look forward to his day in court and are confident that he will be exonerated," end quote. We've also reached out to some groups supporting Schur, but haven't heard back.
Make this decision as to whether this is reasonable.
While prosecutors say Schur's decision to use deadly force was unnecessary, Schur's attorneys have argued the shooting was justified. They say Lyoya became a felon by resisting arrest and being a threat throughout the struggle.
You have a person who will not comply, who grabs a taser, who ultimately takes the taser from his left hand to his right. So at some point, it got transferred.
It takes a lot to take a person's life, you know, and in this situation, over a mere traffic stop.
Jackson hopes that all of this will lead to real positive change.
At some point, I am hopeful that community and law enforcement can come together in a real, authentic way and be committed to making sure that these incidents like these never, ever happen again.
In Grand Rapids, Byron Tellison, News 8.